Okay, I'm back. Yeah, welcome back if you're not new, and welcome if you're new. Just quick before I'm showing you these bowls or ashtrays or whatever you want to call them. I don't really know yet, but yeah, they're not quite finished. They first have to dry and be, what's it called, burnt. Okay, the painting. As most of my bigger paintings, I start with a sketch or a general idea. This time I started with a sketch because I didn't really have a motif or an idea, and I chose this one. So I chose this guy sitting, like I want to make a square on the square canvas, and the guy is sitting on the edge of the square. So it's like, my idea is that it would create a sort of space, like a spatial, more three dimensional look. It didn't. So, yeah. I start here with a new color, which is yellow, and I bought this yellow, not especially for this piece, but I was like, you can always use yellow, which is right and wrong in some ways. Last time I bought colors or oil paint colors, I bought different colors than I normally would use, and I think that's both good and bad. The good part is I'm trying something new and seeing what things work and what things don't. The problem is that, if it doesn't work, then I just wasted a bunch of money. But that's okay. It's just money. It doesn't matter anyway. Yeah. But as you can see here, I was getting pretty good along, but I really didn't like the legs. They were too small and skinny, and they were proportioned, and the pose was weird. Then I tried this thing. It went wrong also. The proportions were better, the size of the legs were better, but the overall pose and how the legs twist, it was very unnatural. I also just realized like these legs never worked anyway. So the problem isn't that I drew them or painted them wrong or something. They just never really worked to begin with. It's the same here, yeah. So I tried to do this the opposite. I just made a painting that's red background, and I usually do red background on all my pieces. That's a staple of mine. This time I tried something different, and you'll see why it didn't work out. So, yeah, not so good. But I didn't want to make the skin blue because that would be too dark. So I made the skin red, which is also a thing I have done in some of my other paintings. And if you want to see that, you can just click on my channel, or you can just wait till the end of this video and see some of my other videos. There may be some red paintings in there. But really, when painting and trying something new, I can't really always, I can't always know what things will look like and what things will work and what won't, especially when trying something new, obviously. But this time, like, I went too dark, and like going too dark is also a problem. The same as going too light. Like the subjects and themes that I paint or try to paint and portray are dark and melancholic or violent and sad or whatever. Pretty extreme. Problem is, if I get too dark, it's hard to understand and see what is happening. But if it gets too light, the picture wouldn't have the same effect. And that's really also something you gotta think about when you're doing a piece. How dark or light are things gonna be? Because even though, if you want to believe it or not, colors have meanings, and not like yellow is happy or something, but people's minds respond differently to different colors in different situations. So logically, making the thing a real thing, or a representation of a real thing the same color as it is in real life, will make people understand and feel more close to it. Like if you're painting blood, make it red, because a person will understand, oh, that's blood. But if you're doing a character that's like an alien or like mutated or whatever, you can change the color, but then you realize you wouldn't get the blood effect, like the blood everywhere dying. It will still be the same thing, but the color will change the perception of the people get from it. But also you can use that to make this creature or person less human and more something else, which you also can use your character design or anything really. And yeah, here I made the background white, or I took a sponge looking pencil, and I made it white, or white some places, and like it made it much clearer to see what was gonna happen. It wasn't so muddy, and like much better. And then I just started working on this weird big hand with an eye in the middle and the two heads in the hand. But yeah, this piece it's good. I like it, and it became good. Really, I struggled with it for a long time. Like I worked on it for like 5 videos for about 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks or something. I've worked on it. Of course, I don't work 10 hours at a time. Of course, I don't work every day since I have school, and I've also had school. I've had a bigger um, a bigger piece of homework. Like it's not homework, but it's a thing, a bigger project to do, and that's taken up a lot of time. And of course, school is more important than YouTube, so I did my homework instead of painting a lot the last couple of weeks, and that's good because I have to do my homework, but also not really nice because I want to make videos, I want to paint, I want to draw, do all this stuff. It's very fun to do so. Yeah, and that's why this piece has taken such a long time. Most because I've tried so many new things and made some mistake, also some progress, but mostly some mistakes. But then I also learned new techniques and something I'll try to implement in more of my paintings. I know right now that I'd never follow the sketch I end up doing, which is sort of bad and sort of good. The bad part is like, if I draw this sketch and I just wasted time. The good part is I think I have a plan, and then when the plan ends up in not really being anything, it's natural for me to change it or go further or do something else. But with this one, I'm actually becoming like, you can't see the finished piece right now, but when you will, like, you probably understand why I'm actually proud of it. Because I think actually I did a pretty good job, but you have to wait for that. And like really, yeah, I forgot to draw a bit of it, but most of the things is really just layers, layers. There's so many layers of dark and light and different tones and stuff. I don't like blending colors. On the what is it called, on the palette. I really don't. I blend them on the canvas because I think that's more real, and I don't use sharp colors to make it stand out. And yeah, like it's and then sometimes I use some shadow or the idea of an outline to create this difference, because my style is not really realistic, traditional, but it's not really cartoonish either. It's somewhere in between, in between, somewhere in between realistic and cartoonish, and I take elements from both. Of course, I'm always working to make my pieces better. There will always be this limitation with paintings, that it is a flat surface and it is two-dimensional. And of course, you can do all this. I want to make sculptures, and I'm gonna do that at some point. I have crazy idea for sculptures that actually just needs to be made. So yeah, that's really the thing about it. I just have to take my time and do it when I want to do new projects. But I still love painting and I love creating, and especially on these bigger canvases. Like the price I got on these, it's so nice. Like it's kind of concerning when a canvas that's 1 meter by 1.5 meters costs less than a 1 meter by 1 meter canvas. That doesn't make sense. And like they're the same material and the same maker. So I don't know why, but honestly, for me, it's better. Like I love creating these bigger pictures, but the problem is both they take more space to store, and I'm beginning running out of space. So I have to talk to a gallery or more to maybe trying to get my paintings up somewhere. I hope that'll be possible. So stay tuned for that. For me getting in a gallery for the first time, or trying to. But also like it takes so much paint and so much time, because every mistake you make, or every time you want to do something different, it takes time, paint, and a lot of it compared to not a normal canvas, but a smaller canvas, really. Like yeah, and of course in all my paintings there are some biblical references, as to here with all the eyes on the hand. It's a reference to biblically accurate angels, which if you know, or if you don't know, you should just search up on YouTube. You got some really interesting video essays on that. But yeah, it's a creature with a lot of eyes in weird places. Of course, it got this. It's demon looking, but it's not supposed to be a demon. I don't hope people see my paintings as demons, or they are monsters, but they're not monsters in the sense of monsters for being monsters. They are they're humans, really. They're my interpretation and my way of drawing humans or painting humans, really, the human condition and the human feeling. This is probably the dumbest idea I had about this piece. Really, like this was so stupid. I was like, maybe I'm gonna make it look like the King of Hearts or the King, playing cards. So yeah, I'm gonna make a head on the bottom. It's gonna be so cool. And the idea was not so stupid. Like it was okay. But this face, it could work. But honestly, when I did it, I was like, there's no need to do it. It only takes away from the piece I've done up top, and I've already done the piece up top. Like it's already so close to being finished. So yeah, I was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. So I just started painting it over. And I'm glad I didn't do it, and I actually like this black box at the bottom. I don't think it's too much space wasted. I think it adds a lot of character to the piece. Really, I think it does. And yeah, but the piece is really nearly finished in this one. Yeah, I just turned the video, reversed it. Yeah, here is the piece, the final piece. As you can see, the one of the heads has yellow eyes and one has white eyes. I want to do that. And I changed up a bit. There isn't that black line in the middle of them, of the eyes, and yeah, it's a great piece. Thank you for watching, and yeah, bye and stuff. Bye bye.